Well, shit. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I had myself muted. So let's go. Let's try this again. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this, at least for me, wet and miserable Wednesday. It is, well, it's not raining now, but it was just pouring earlier. And my air conditioner is pissing everywhere. So, anybody wants to come over and help me put a bigger hole in my wall, come on over. I got a new air conditioner. I just need a bigger hole. This is Missy. She's a weirdo. Goodness. So, yeah, so my landlord at my job, um, we used to have two big uh, window units, but they were built into the walls at work um, for the air conditioning at work. And one of them died last year, and instead of putting another one in the wall, my landlord decided to just put central air conditioning in. So the one that was left over that still worked, he was taking it out of the wall because they're doing some building remodeling. I asked him what he was doing with it, if he wanted to sell it. He said, "Hell, I'll give it to you." Hell, he took it out of the wall. It's a freaking 25,000 BTU 220 unit. It's like, it's, oh my God, it's like four times the size of the one I have in here now. But it's just a little too big for my hole. It's it's like 3 inches wider and like 2 inches taller, or maybe 3 inches taller and 2 inches wider. It's not really that much bigger, but so it's sitting in the back of my van right now. So let's go back through and see who's here. So we got Steve. Who the hell let you out of the box? We got Tech 190Q. We got Trina. We got Gars. We got Retro Techie. Alex Park. Somebody's sending me a text message. Thomas Armstrong, Starbucks Tech, and hopefully Starbucks Cats. Uh, who else do I see? Oh, it's a lot. How you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Who else we got? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm Craig Lilly. Hello, welcome. I haven't seen you for a while either. Tech 190Q apparently is running Windows 8.1 right now. I am so sorry to hear that. So I put a poll at the top just for shits and giggles, and apparently everybody wants to see cats and computers. So I guess we're going to have cats and computers. If anybody's interested, I did put a little link I pinned a link in the comments in the chat. If anybody's interested in throwing a buck this way, go ahead. So, so let's get on to more important things. So, I came home from work and I had this box sitting outside my apartment building in the rain because, people are assholes. Uh, so, some strange benefactor sent me this humongous ass box that Prada is presently checking out with the assistance of Missy, and Prada has officially just taken over. That cat has no fucks to give. That is for sure. Prada, say hi. Prada, your spork. All right, baby, come on. We have to open the box. Here, I'll make a deal with you. I'll open the box so you can lay inside the box, you idiot. How's that? Yeah, he's just he's just not he's not caring. Okay, come on. So let's open the mystery box and hope like how I don't cut myself in the process. Rada, seriously, come on, Rada Christopher, come on. Goodbye. Cat, you have the IQ of a spoon. You know that. Ah, and I just stabbed myself with a knife because of you. All right, let's see. Rada Christopher, go away. We got Lucifer sneaking up too. Well, this says fragile, but it's crushed. So this says parts inside. Well, let's see what pots we get. Oh, by the way, I actually know what this is. I'm just acting like an idiot. Oh, he sent me a cute little organizer. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. The dead battery. A super drive with a puffy battery attached to it, with what looks like a DVD in it too. What else? Looks like a hard drive, maybe. Oh, card carrier. I don't know, random crap. Ah. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's get to the guts of this. Okay. Let's make some room here. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Oh, I'm worn out. Six. That is a shitload of power books. So, Jay said to me the other day, he's like, hey, I need an iPad. Okay? It's like, well, did you find the 12-inch Mac PowerBook yet? No. I said, well, what about those other ones you got? So it was originally 4. Well, it turned out to be freaking 6. He's like, I don't want these things anymore. Take them. Okay. So I traded a perfectly good iPad with no issues whatsoever for a pile of shit. So now we did actually test. He did actually test all these machines, and I need a power adapter. I don't think he sent a power adapter. I don't see one. So, where the hell did my knife go? I guess we'll shoot scissors. So, yeah, I got 6 laptops for a iPad, and I still had to pay money. So, and Jay, you'll be happy to know nothing got wet inside the box. So, that Chewy box was a perfect choice. Let me get a power adapter. Oops, that's a bag safe. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. So here's my power adapter. Yes, Jay, I do have one. It's right here. I couldn't remember if you said you had one or what. I don't remember things too well. Oh. Oh, it's not scrap metal, Jay. So I have I have two more, well, more like one and a half more power books in the shed. See, it didn't take the asshole long to get back on the box. But that's okay, as long as he's down there, he won't be pestering me. So, while we're at it, um, I've got shit everywhere. And I mean that. There is shit everywhere. Well, so let's see. Let's see what kind of scrap metal Jay sent me here. So these are all in various stages of condition. If I could just get like one or two good ones out of this whole pile, I'd be tickled pink. So I think what we'll do. Okay. So we got our hard drive and our FireWire cable. So we can boot these things if needed. We have our label maker. I was looking for my better one, but I can't find it. I don't know where it got to. It's here somewhere. Various stages of decomposition. No, I don't think they're decomposing just yet. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Oh. And I love these laptops. These are such beautiful machines. So this one here is a little beat up. Bottom casing isn't too great. This one's definitely seen better days. Okay, this is one with all the screws missing. So something tells me this is probably the one that does not do anything. Well, the keyboard's not even connected. It does have a battery in it. Has a super drive, a hard drive. Has a Wi-Fi card, no modem, or I'm sorry, no Bluetooth card. Oh, that's probably what one of these here cables goes to, or it goes to the airport card, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Power board's hooked up. This particular one right here is more than likely going to be a parts machine. Oh, this is the one. Oh, okay. This is the one that's missing the PCMCIA cage. Okay. So, more than likely, this is going to end up being a parts machine. But, what the hell? Try boot it up anyway. Where the hell's the fucking keyboard go? I can't remember. Oh, there it is. All right. So yes, Jay was experimenting. Well, I have a light. Oh, that's right. This one has no memory in it. So this is a 1.67, and these use DDR1. There we go. At least boot it. And Alex, I did not forget about you. I am sending your stuff tomorrow. Don't panic. Prada! Damn cat. So this one is a 167. This is the fastest machine they ever made. Wait. Are these DDR or PC100? Yes, 1.67 gigahertz. I thought these were DDR. Right. I don't know if I have any PC100. No, it's not PC100. Can't be DDR2. Huh. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Uses DDR2 memory. Holy shit. No, it uses DDR2, Alex. I'm surprised because all the other GeForce take just regular DDR or PC100. Of course, this was made. These were made well into the G5 era too, and I do believe that the latest model G5s use DDR2. So, see if it does anything. Now, for some reason, I seem to think this was one that Jay tried and it didn't do anything. And I'm not holding my breath on this one. Although, I mean, I have a light here. But I don't hear any sounds or anything coming from it. I was thinking that maybe this one didn't do anything, Jay, because the keyboard was unplugged when I got it. Hard drive spins. But it seems to have other issues. But it does seem to show some signs of life, so that's a good start. We're going to take the batteries out of all these. I'm just checking these out tonight. I'm probably going to do uh, other streams actually fixing these up. So let's take a look here. This was a 167 with 512 megs, 80 gig super drive, Bluetooth, Airport Extreme, and a backlit keyboard. Oh, let's see, where's my label maker? So, yeah, G4. Oops. Yes, Jay attempted to do overclocking experiments with these and did not work. It doesn't seem to have done any damage to the machines, but I mean, these things, I mean, truthfully, these machines are a dime a dozen. I mean, these old power books are still very common even today. So these aren't rare or anything like that by any sense of the word. All right, let's go on to machine number 2. So these are all, by the way, these are all 15-inch power books. So there's no 17s or 12s or anything. I really wanted a 12, but Jay couldn't find it. So this one here seems to be in reasonable condition. It's got a little ding. If you ever find one of these that doesn't have dents or dings or anything like that, you're doing good. The latch works. But latch works a little too fucking good. There we go. This one here is in really nice shape. I mean, there's wear and tear on it, but nothing serious. Property of Aquent. I have no idea what that is, but it's my property now. appears to be some heatsink thermal goo on it. Oh. Another battery. These batteries are all flat. So, what's this? This is a 1 gigahertz, so this is the bottom of the line. 512 meg, 60 gig combo drive. So this doesn't even have a super drive in it. And this does have Bluetooth, though. So this one here doesn't even have a backlit keyboard. Well, let's see if anything happens with this one. And this one's totally dead. Try to put the battery in just shits and giggles. Nope, nothing. She's dead, Jim. But that's okay. This is not this particular one's not really the super important one. This one would be nice because it would be able to dual boot. So let's take the access cover off. Maybe. I know I have thought I had a tiny screwdriver here. Guess I'll have to get the other one out. I don't know if these have CUDAs. I don't think they do. I think that was mostly the older machines that had those. I have service manuals and everything else for these. I will break them out. We'll repair them. We'll repair them in a stream. Okay, so this one here is before they started making the airport card standard. Yeah, this one doesn't even have an airport card in it. So on the original PowerBook G4, these bodies, they put this little access door here for you to put a Airport Extreme card in. It wasn't until the second generation of these machines that they started making them standard. I wouldn't even call it a generation. I call it more of a revision. PowerPC G4 sure did last a long freaking time. I'm going to use this cute little tray that Jay sent me because it's so cute. God damn, some serious masking tape. Wow, Jay. You gotta tell me where you get this masking tape at. Yes, this one is a 1 gigahertz G4. This is a very early one. So this is, I believe that this was one of the slowest ones that they made. Yeah, see, this one here has DDR in it. Looks like 512 megs. So it probably hasn't been touched since it left the factory. That's what it came with, I believe. And I love this. You know, Apple doesn't do this anymore. It actually shows you how to upgrade the memory, like right there. So we'll use this one here for parts most likely. And I do believe that there was, and I could be wrong, so if somebody knows better. I believe that there was three total revisions of the aluminum PowerBook G4. Seriously, Cat? Now it migrated to the PowerBook pack. Well, you can't upgrade the memory in the damn things anyway. Everything's freaking soldered on. Come on, Brad. Okay. So. Yeah, it's probably just letting me know who's in charge, I guess. This one's definitely a little worse for wear. Got a pretty sizable dent there. It's worn. The bottom isn't bad. It's got feet on it. So this one is. This is a 1.5 gigahertz. 51280 combo, Bluetooth, Airport Extreme, and backlit keyboard. So this doesn't even have a DVD burner. Don't look too bad. Keyboard's in nice shape. Screen's in pretty good shape. Hey, this one made noise. Hey, it was supposed to be booting off the hard drive. Screen don't look that great. It looks like it's missing a backlight. Holy shit. Oh, somebody used the crap out of this thing. Holy Christ. InDesign CS3 on it. Firefox. Holy jeez. Somebody really used the shit out of this thing. Cyberduck. Wow. Let's see what this thing is. Oh, this has got a leopard on it, so it's a 1.5 G4 with a gig of memory in it, and it's working. Seems to be working pretty good. So let's see what for hard drive we have. This really got a lot of stuff on it. Somebody really did use this thing pretty good. I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to expose anybody's files. It's got Office 2008 on it. Wow. Yeah. So, well, this one's a winner. I hate this label maker. So yeah, this machine, I mean, it's a little worse for wear. It's a pretty big dent here in the keyboard. But, I mean, it does work, so we will definitely put this into the working file. So there's no battery for this one, but, I mean, I've already got 3 spares sitting here. So, looks like this might have belonged to a company called Imagine at one time. Probably a design firm would be my guess. Come on, product. Idiot. All right. So, got another one. So far, all of these batteries are actual OEM batteries. That's actually kind of impressive. Yeah, Snow Leopard won't work on these though. So this one is a 1.25, 512, 80 gig Super Drive Bluetooth Airport Extreme and backlit keyboard. So this is identical to the one that I tried to do upgrades on, pretty much. And it seems to be fairly decent condition. some scuffs, some scrapes. Truthfully, you're never going to find one of these perfect condition. If you do, it's probably still in the box. Wow. Okay, so this one here is definitely had the shit used out of it, hasn't it? Wow, look at that keyboard. This was definitely loved on pretty hard. But the rest of the machine is in really good shape. I mean, except for that keyboard. So I'm willing to bet you somebody just really, really loved this machine and just used the ever living shit out of it. Well, let's give her the old college try. Nothing. Okay, so this is an older model. Oh, okay. Screen looks like ass. It's a hazy shade of yellow. So this one's got a whole bunch of documents right on the desktop, so I'm not going to get too crazy here. This one has an 80 gigabyte hard drive. This one's running Tiger, and it still has its 1 gig of RAM. And we didn't hear anything because the speakers are turned off. It does have Bluetooth and airport. Ooh. So I wonder. Yeah. I think this LCD is borked. So the backlights on this one are good, whereas the last one only had backlights over here and here. So the backlights on this one are good, but the screen itself is pretty screwed. So it's kind of hard. The camera's not picking it up too well. It's almost like it reminds you of a warm white color. It's yellowish. Um, I thought maybe it was just. I thought maybe it was like a setting, but it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, it's kind of washed out. I mean, it works okay. Aside from the color being off, it's actually got a really clear picture. I don't really see any dead pixels. So it might be a loose connection too. Did the blue fade color look okay? Yeah, blue looks okay. Hey, see you, Garth. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought, Adam, was maybe they had the color profile off, but it doesn't seem to be. So this one here's got, it looks like Adobe CS7 on it. So we'll definitely look a little deeper into this one here at some point in time. But yeah, this is, and this one here, with the way the keyboard looks, I would probably say that the screen's probably just worn out, probably from being used excessively. I bought all of these off of Jay, Adam. Six of them in total. They were strictly as is, the way they are. I traded him a iPad 4 for them, and I had to pay him shipping. So, see here on the older one, you just pull this little cover down here, and the airport card is right in here. There's your airport card. So on the later models of these, this was standard. All they did was they just took this same exact card and put it inside the computer permanently. It was a little smaller than this too. There, just like that. Oh, iPad 1 sucks. iPad 2s are nice though. We're getting down towards the bottom of the pile. So this is number 5. Looks to be in fairly good shape. There's a pretty bad thing there. Thing there. Nothing the iHammer Mini couldn't fix. Pop the battery. So I got 5 batteries so far. So what do we got? This is a 1.3 gigahertz, 256 megs, 60 gig combo drive, Bluetooth, and Airport Extreme. And this is an older model. Yep, the airport card's in there. Yeah, this one here is probably either an educational or a I'm too cheap to buy a real machine model. Because this is the first one I've ever seen that only had a 60 gig hard drive. Every other one of these I've ever seen always had 80. So it's pretty good shape though. I mean, keyboard's nice. Got a really nice keyboard on it. So hell, worst case is we just strip this one down for parts and use it on that other one we just had. This case is dinged up pretty good. Okay, this one here, I believe, has a graphics card failure. Oh, I see. I'm probably not going to be on too much longer anyway. Oh, well, first of all, there's no memory in it. Maybe we ought to try sticking some freaking memory in it. What you see? Yeah, but I don't think, Alex, I don't think the ATI cards on these were really a big problem. I've never heard of any problems with the ATI video cards on these. Um, doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but, you know. But the first thing I suspect is the fact that there's no memory in it, so we'll try putting some memory in it, see what happens. I'm not going to get too worked up over it if it doesn't work. I'd be happy if I can get 2 really nice working machines out of the 7.5 total that I have. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, this one here has definitely got a problem. Hey, just think about it. Every problem machine we have, that's more crap that I got to fix. Yeah, Mike, that's pretty much my intention. So I have these six that I just bought off of Jay, and then I have another 1.5 in my shed. Um, and yes, I say 1.5 because I gave the screen off of one of them to David Stahl at Dave's Vintage Apple. Um, for his, he had a nice G4 laptop, but it was all beat up. So I gave him a screen, the whole screen off of mine, because mine was pristine, so he could get his all fixed up and looking pretty again. So, all right, last one. Oh, this one's got memory in it. This one is pretty beat. WNYC Interactive Media. So my guess is it probably belonged to a college. Now this one is the first aftermarket battery I've seen. It is an Axiom battery. It looks very Chinese. So, but that's what the you see the difference. I've used aftermarket batteries on these. They tend to work fairly well. So let's see what this is. This is a 167 51280 SuperDrive Bluetooth Airport Extreme and backlit keyboard. So this bitch is loaded, and it is beat to shit. So this one has definitely had a hell of a life. Uh, I love the "I'm not broken, I'm customized" label. That's funny. So this one has no keyboard screws in it. So I'll make sure the keyboard's plugged in. It is not. Okay, so this is probably the one. Oh, there's no hard drive in this one. Yeah, I will calibrate these, Jay. These batteries usually actually do come back. All right, let's see if we get any life out of this sucker. Well, son of a bitch. Well, check that shit out. This thing's beat to all hell, and the goddamn thing works. So I'm going to have at least one 1.67 that I can use. I think that's hilarious. The one that's beat up the most is one that works. Let's see if we can get food off the firewire here. Yeah, it's not broken. It's customized, that's for sure. There's a hell of a dent right here. This plastic frame all around the keyboard is destroyed. It's definitely it. This thing has seen shit. Trust me, this thing has really seen shit. Let's boot her off a hard drive off of Tiger installer. See what happens. Yeah. Yes, Alex. It definitely did feel shit too. Wow, it seems to be working pretty good. Let's go to System Profiler. So the 1.67. This one's got the ATI Radeon 9700 in it. 512 megs of RAM. Of course, no hard drive, no super drive. That's probably what this super drive came out of right here. At least that would be my guess, judging from the dent in the top of the super drive. Yeah, this whole super drive's been caved in, right in this area, right where this that is. So, yeah, this is the super drive that came out of this machine. So, yeah, I don't think this works either. Hey, just remember, this entire lot was sent to me as is, where is, no warranties expressed or implied. Jay's exact words were, I don't want to fucking see it ever again, is what he told me. I want to open this. There's a disk in this drive. I want to open this thing up and I want to see what's in there. I wouldn't risk using this super drive anyway. Because this thing has definitely taken a hell of an impact. Hey, Bruce. So as for the total, it's 50-50. I got 3 that work and 3 that don't. And the one that I totally suspected would not work fucking works perfectly. And that's this one right here. It even says, I'm not broken. I'm customized. And son of a bitch, if it doesn't work, I boot it right up. I think this may have been one of the machines that you couldn't get to come on, Jay, because the keyboard was disconnected. that's that's appropriate. Apple Service ASD, Apple Service Diagnostics. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Huh, pretty interesting. I've never actually seen the inside of a super drive before. Oh yes, and this so this is the PRAM battery for the PowerBook G4s. They don't use a regular battery; they use a lithium-ion rechargeable battery. That's a fussy pillow. So that's the PRAM battery for the PowerBook G4. This G4 versus the black keyboard PowerBook G4. I don't have a black PowerBook G4. They never made a G4 with a black keyboard. Yeah. So is there a cable in here for hard drives? Of course not. Although you know what? Um, so here's the other 167. So both 167s are torn apart. The one's dead. This one here works. So how about we put the hard drive, this here dead one, into the operating one. So let's do this. Pull that keyboard off. By the way, anybody who's considering buying one of these things, these are the worst fucking laptops ever made to work on. These things are an absolute fucking nightmare. Don't do it. Great machines, though. There we go. Yeah, I might actually. I might try to take up where Jay left off, and I might try playing around with because I have so many of these. I might try playing around with a maybe an older model. One that's not so great. Seems to be booting. I mean, we already made worlds of improvements on it just by replacing the keyboard. Yeah, movie HD, DVD. Yeah, titanium. The titanium models are, truthfully, I think they're junkier. I think they're the junkiest of the G4s. So we got Tiger running on here. Cool, cool. Oh, it would seem that oh, this one's got Jay's name on it, so he must have been working on this one. Looks like this has a bone stock install of Tiger on it. Couple of odds and ends here, but nothing serious. Seems to work fairly well. Yeah, Frederick, I never really, I don't understand why everybody is obsessed with the titanium. I never thought it to be a very good-looking machine. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm sorry, this machine is just so much better looking, at least in my opinion. You know, I think these particular machines were just much nicer looking. Come on, Betsy. Okay, why won't the keyboard light up? Alex, I don't think they really cheaped on the titanium's build quality either. It's just some of the materials they use just don't last. And they seem to be a lot more brittle, and that's probably just because of the titanium. Yeah, that's one of my next plans, Retro Techie, is to get the. I want to get some. I want to get some SSDs for these machines. These hard drives suck. Yeah, Frederick, I like the 12-inch PowerBook myself. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a 12-inch. But Steve won't give one up. Jay can't find his. I don't know what's going on with the keyboard here. Well, the ambient light sensor is definitely working. Aha, there we go. This is my favorite feature. I mean, come on, just that's just fucking sexy. I mean, really. That is like the sexiest fucking keyboard in the world. Don't lie, you know it is. That is like the biggest thing I love about this machine. It's got the most beautiful freaking light up keyboard ever. I mean, I love the keyboard on these in general. These are so nice. I mean, these are so much nicer to type on than like let's say like my 13-inch MacBook Pro. I mean, I love typing on these machines. And when that keyboard lights up, oh my god. No, the 12-inch does not have the backlit keyboard. You can, I think you can add the backlit key. The keyboard is the same, I think. Um, I think you also have to. I think you just have to add a. Or I no. I think you just have to add the backlit keyboard. I can't. I truthfully I can't totally remember, but I know from the factory. No, the 12-inch is not backlit, unfortunately. I think you might have been able to get it as an option. Steve would be a good one to ask about that. I can't answer that one. I know, like on the 2008 MacBook, not the MacBook Pro, just a regular MacBook. So the 2 gigahertz model, the low end model, did not have a backlit keyboard, but the 2.4 gigahertz model, which was the high end model, did. But you could take the 2.4 gigahertz keyboard and put it into a 2 gigahertz and just plug it in and it works. I'm not sure if these are the same way. Um, Getting into a keyboard, getting under the keyboard on one of those is kind of a scary thing. Because you actually have to pop 2 of these keys off to get in there. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do while we got this sucker here. This keyboard looks like hell. Ugh. Probably can't even see that. It looks like something got spilled on it. Which may explain why the computer it came out of doesn't work. Yeah, it's pretty gross. You can't even see it. It's almost like somebody spilled something on it. Nothing sticky or anything. Of course, again, God only knows how long it's been since it was spilled on here, so all the stickiness probably went away by now. This is just like a preliminary cleaning. These wipes aren't the greatest. But they do a pretty good job. It's good enough. So I'll tell you what we'll do here. my DDR2 selection is pretty pathetic. But looks like I have enough. Let's max this fucker out. Oops. Oh, that must be DDR. Oops. Yep. So we put that in. Yeah, I know. Removable batteries. What the hell is that? Right? Just DDR3. Huh. Well, I guess we'll put a gig and a half in. What the hell? This is all DDR3. Yep. I'll have to snitch some DDR2 off of Steve next time I'm over there. So one thing I never seem to ever have enough of is DDR2. I have a cover here. We can apply. I have no immediate plans, to be honest with you. I want one for myself. And beyond that, I don't know. I really haven't gotten that far. It was more of a salvage, let's save what we can thing, you know? And, you know, Jay's a buddy of mine. Wanted to help him out. Oops. That RAM door doesn't seem to fit very well. Oh, wait, what's this? Hey, look at this. It's memory. Hey, there's a 1 gig stick. How about that? Let's max this fucker out. You gotta sit here and dick around this 512 meg module. Does this one work? Oh yeah, that fits like a glove. Alright, night Trina. Thanks for coming. You have a good night. Don't forget to love your kitty cats and your Macs. There we go. Neat. Alright, let's throw a battery in here. Oops. Yeah, this one here actually did work. Mac or Steve, I actually did some upgrades to this one, did some repairs. This one here had a keyboard. Where's the keyboard? Oh, here it is. So, Steve, this machine I'm playing with right now. This was the keyboard that was on it. It wasn't screwed down. But I love this label. It says, "I'm not broken. I'm customized." Keyboard does work though. So this one doesn't have a didn't have a hard drive or an optical drive. So I put a hard drive in out of another machine that was dead. Um, didn't put an optical drive in. I probably won't even bother putting an optical drive in, to be honest with you. Ran off the battery for a couple seconds. That's a good sign. So this one's a this for anybody who's just joining or wasn't paying attention. This is a 1.67 PowerBook G4, one of the last ones they made. Um, it's beat up pretty good. It's definitely been around the block a couple of times. It's definitely seen shit, but it works pretty good. So I've installed 2 gigs of memory in it, and I took an 80 gig hard drive out of another machine. And right now we're going to attempt to install Tiger on it. Yes, it did feel shit, Alex. That's for sure. So now the bottom case of this is definitely going to have to be fixed. Ooh, excuse me. Is it the DLSD model? What do you mean by that, Retro Techie? Well, that noise was either me belching or my air conditioner coming on. I'm not sure which. Uh, I don't know if it was. I can't tell if it was a dual layer or not. I imagine it probably is. Because most of the higher end models had the dual layer drives. This one initially had an 80 gig hard drive in it. I put an 80 gig hard drive in it, and it's not booting for some reason. I know the FireWire on this thing works because we booted it off with FireWire. There we go. Yeah, that's what this one is. Here, record ticket. This is the 1.67. It's got the DDR2 memory. I don't know about the better screen or not. I mean, the screen on this thing's gorgeous. It looks beautiful. What do you think, Prada? Oh yeah, is that so? Sleuth wants attention. Luffy wants attention. Oh, okay. I never knew that. I thought they all had the same screen pretty much. I mean, I know they did quite a few updates on this model, you know, because they made this thing for what, 3 years, 2 years. I know they made this laptop for a long time. They really stretched this one out, you know, because of the G5 not being able to be mobile. So well, the other 167 has DDR2 RAM in it too. I think that's the same as this one. Oh, and Sadmac, Prada always thinks pay attention to me. 24 hours a freaking day. This cat is up my butt 24 hours a day. Anytime I'm home, he's not far away from me. He is the sweetest goddamn cat I've ever owned in my life. I have never had a cat as sweet as this one. I can tell you that for a fact. He is a sweetheart. I mean, he loves everybody. Don't you? He sleeps with me every night. If I even so much as lean back in my chair over at my desk, he's on my lap. So the battery's at 7%. Yes, this is true, Starbuck. I know. I think that every time I say, "Well, I own a cat," I say, "No, I don't own a cat. I have a cat. The cat owns me." Isn't that right, Prada? Yeah. So the cat owns me. You own me. I don't own you. Yes, you have this way of getting anything you want, don't you? Yeah, um, I think that's what this one. I think that's what both these 167s are, retro techie. Can he do any tricks? Yeah, they can chase a laser pointer, and they can yowl really loud when they're hungry. If I ever ran virtual machine, yeah, I run them all the time. I have I have several virtual machines set up on my Mac Pro. I run Windows XP Tablet Edition, Windows 7, and Windows 10 using Parallels Desktop on my Mac Pro. Other than that, no, I don't really use them, and I don't. I barely even use. I barely use the ones that I have. I mean, they run fine. I mean, on that computer, they run about they run about the speed of a mid-range Core i5, I would say. So, that's funny, Tommy. Your cat's watching my cat. Yeah, I only run the versions of Windows I require. I use Windows XP to play a couple of old games that don't run on anything else. Uh, Windows 7. Oh, excuse me. Windows 7 is so I can run the Avaya software for configuring telephone systems, and Windows 10 is just there. I've never really even used it. So, because if I need Windows 10, I can actually, so I have Microsoft Remote Desktop over there. I can actually use that computer to remote into this computer that I'm using right now, this Lenovo, which is a quad core i5, and I actually when I'm setting up my stream, I actually sit over there at my dual monitor setup and my comfy chair, set everything up over there, and then just come over here and stream. So yeah, Starbucks. I would rather if I'm testing something, I'd rather test it on real hardware too, because you get a better experience. I think an i5 and 8 gig. Yeah, that's what this computer here that I'm streaming off of is running. This is a Lenovo ThinkCentre M83, tiny. Um, it's about the size of a Mac Mini, like a 2012 and up Mac Mini. It has a fourth generation Core i5 at 2 gigahertz with a turbo boost up to 3.2 gigahertz, and it has 8 gigs of DDR um, memory in it, DDR3 RAM, and a 120 gig SATA hard drive. So that's I mean it's a pretty basic configuration. I mean I wouldn't expect it to start playing like the highest end games, but I think this i5 and 8 gigs of RAM runs Windows 10 very very well. You know, and you're talking about a guy who has a Mac Pro with a quad core, um, or not a quad core, 6 core, 3.06 gigahertz Xeon, with 64 gigs of DDR3 RAM. you know, that's my main computer. That's not too bad. See, one thing I tell you what, Windows, Microsoft. I mean, I'm not changing to Windows, so don't ever think that. I'm not going back to Windows. But I tell you what, now when Windows 10 first came out, it fucking blew. It was the worst piece of shit since Windows Vista. and I couldn't fucking stand it. I quit using it. As a matter of fact, that was one of the reasons I went back to. I actually went to using Macs full time. Was because of Windows 10. I loved Windows 7. It's awesome operating system, stable as hell. Always did what I wanted it to. Never any problems. And Windows 10 came about, and it was shit. So about a year ago, my ex fiance left, and I dug her old laptop out that I bought her a couple years, well, about 5 or 6 years ago. I was like, you know what? I was going to sell it. Like, I'm going to install Windows 10 on this thing and just get rid of the freaking thing. Well, I tell you what. Now the newer versions of Windows 10, after they've done all the updates over the years, I tell you what, it is a very smooth operating system. Runs super. It runs really. I've actually tried it on everything from a dual Core 2 Duo all the way up to this Lenovo, this quad core i5, and it runs really well on a lot of different machines. You know. Hey, Steven. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, this is my floof. One of my floofs. Oh wow, that's a hell of a machine there, Starbucks. 10th gen i7 with 64 gigs of DDR4. Yeah, that's a hell of a machine. Well, Sad everything in my house, every machine in my house that runs, that I even do anything remotely uh, decent on, runs SSDs. The Lenovo has an SSD. Both my 17-inch MacBook Pro and my 13-inch MacBook Pro have SSDs. My iMac G5 has an SSD. My Mac Pro, of course, has an SSD, as well as 4 different spinners and a RAID, and a NAS. Um, I mean, fuck, I've got a freaking, oh, my Toshiba satellite, my PC laptop, that's got an SSD. Yeah, all my machines have SSDs in them. So, um, my MDD eventually probably will have an SSD in it. So, I mean, I even put a goddamn SSD in his iMac back here. This is the 2006 iMac I just picked up. I've been doing a burn-in test on it. It's still running. Oh no, I did unplug it. That's right. It was still running from when I did the stream. I never shut it down. So yeah. Now Thomas, I do have. So I have an SSD. I have a Blu-ray burner on my Mac Pro. I have a Blu-ray burner, and then under that is my main 512 gig SSD. That's what the machine runs on. And then there's 4 2 terabyte hard drives in the 4 drive bays. And then there's a RAID enclosure on the desk with 4 2 terabyte hard drives in it. And then I have a 3 terabyte NAS for backup. So, yeah, Mike, my MDD power supply is going south. I gotta go down and get my spare. I'm probably gonna send this one over to Jay and have him work on it. Yeah, because when I put too many hard drives in the MDD, it doesn't even want to power on. It keeps shutting down. I'm pretty sure mine has the ACK bell in it too. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I won't send it to Jay. Can anybody recommend a good recapping service? Yeah, Mike, that's pretty indicative of a failing power supply. So Mike, mine will work, but I have to unplug it and then plug it back in to get it to power on. Yeah, I appreciate you guys shilling for Steve, but the problem is if I send him a power supply, I'm kind of like I kind of like it back in my hands while I'm still alive. All right, Tech19, you take care, bud. Thanks for coming. Is that the guy that charged like $100, Jay? I think I've seen him before. No, you need to recap my fucking power book. Okay, yeah, I've seen that guy, Jay, and yes, he's got almost like perfect feedback. It's like $100. You send it out to him, he sends it back to you. I don't know if he sends you the same one or if he just sends you one that's already been fixed. But that's kind of like with the guy in New York that does the logic boards for the 17-inch MacBook Pros, the 2008 models. Hello, Dave. So, Dave, if you need any parts for your PowerBook G4, let me know. I just picked up 6 of them today. Well, I didn't pick them up. Jay shipped them to me. And 3 work good, and 3 are dead. So, 3 out of 3 ain't bad. Probably just looking at me like, shut up. Why are you trying to sing Meatloaf? Huh? So if none of you guys know, go check out Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. He's got a nice channel. Does some pretty good stuff. I'm trying to find a little niche where I can have him on Maciac one Thursday night here in the near future. Since he's got more subscribers than I do, this freaking hoser. Oh, excuse me. God, you scared the cat there. They're all 15-inch, Dave. They're all 15-inch, Dave. They're all 15 inches, Dave. 3 work, 3 are dead. Um, and amazingly, the one that was beat to shit the most is the one I'm working on right now. Here, I'll show you the keyboard. No, here, intro video. Hey, Bruce. So here's the keyboard that was on this laptop. It says I'm not broken, I'm customized. I love it. It is definitely beat to shit. So whatever they did enough damage that they damaged the DVD burner too. So wow, that's the first time I've ever had macOS talk to me. Come on, product. Yeah, yeah. That keyboard is definitely jacked. It worked though. Amazingly, it worked pretty good. I think somebody just freaking pounded on it. So I took this one here. This one's off of one of the first machines that didn't work, and so I gotta. It's not screwed down or anything. It's still loose. But I'm just farting around. This machine here didn't have a hard drive or an optical drive. It still doesn't have an optical drive, but I did put a hard drive in it. So, but I'm still only seeing 1 gig of RAM. So one of those sticks must be bad. Yeah, the upper slot is not working, but that's okay. I'll deal with that later. So, but yeah, this machine's running pretty good. It's got a nice screen. It's got a pretty crisp looking screen. I don't see any defects on it. All the backlights are working. Keyboard's working pretty good. We even tested the lights on it. They're working. Still needs cleaned up really good, but so yeah, this one here will make a nice machine for myself. No, these later models all come with airport cards default. Only the early models it was optional. The later models they all came with airport. It was the Bluetooth I believe that was optional. So and just about all of them, even the older ones that have the optional Bluetooth, um, still have Bluetooth. So, but so yeah, I'm probably going to this weekend. I'm probably going to sit here and probably I might go through and try to diagnose these ones that aren't working and see if I can figure out what's going on with that. So just for shits and giggles. So the battery's at 21%. Yep, that battery's toast. So I'm going to restore this one here and make it all nice and as good as I can and see what I can do with the rest of these. So, yeah, I'll play with the batteries later. Some of them have the airport card base, some of them don't. Some of the older ones do. Well, let me see what I got here, Dave. I might be able to work something out with you. So, well, on that note, I think I'm going to end here because it is going on 10 o'clock. So, and some of us have to go to work tomorrow, unfortunately. It sucks, but what are we going to do? So, I want to thank everybody who came and showed up and watched this 2-hour debacle playing with PowerBooks. I'm sure we'll have more PowerBooks to play with this weekend. So, hopefully we'll see everybody on Mac Yak tomorrow. And on that note, I'm going to call it a night. So, I wish you guys all a wonderful evening. Hopefully we'll see you all on Mac Yak tomorrow. And we'll talk with you later. Enjoy this wonderful music.
This is a warning from the past, to make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.